Hello, everyone. You are welcome to Anchor Network, where you get reliable and authentic news that are so crucial to you. I say big thank you to everyone who has been part of this channel and who has taken time to subscribe. And if you are yet to subscribe, I say please click the red subscribe button and also the bell icon. The bell icon will allow you to get notified anytime we publish any news. And also, I would like you to look at the screen. There's a website address there that I would like you to visit, and you'll be glad you did that. Thank you very much. Even when other criminals strike, it is Fulani herdsmen. It is stereotyping, it is finger pointing which is not based on facts. I am not saying that there are no challenges about Fulani herdsmen due to climate change, dwindling resources and things like that. Yes, we have those challenges, but it is not every criminality perpetrated in the country that is done by the Fulanis. President Muhammadu Buhari's special aid advisor on media and publicity, Mr. Femi Adesina, has said. Additionally, in an interview with an online newspaper, also said that what former President Obasanjo said cannot be taken as the gospel truth any longer. It cannot be taken as neutral, saying his opinion then cannot be taken as the gospel truth any longer. Below the interview in part. But then to now say the entire country has been taken over, to say that the government is failing, is political. Nigeria is still there. It is very solid. It will remain solid. It will remain one, and the challenges will be over and overcome. Government is not the only situation responsible for security. It is a collaborative thing between the government and the governed. Government at the federal level is not the only one responsible for security. But what do you find? You find some people, they will go and cause trouble at the local level, and they will be calling President Buhari, who is at the center, to come and resolve it. You have government at the federal level, you have government at the state level, and you have government at the local level. All of them, federal, state, and local governments, must collaborate to end this security challenge. The people as well as the traditional institutions have their roles to play. It is a collaborative thing. On herders and farmers clashes, the herders and farmers clashes are causing security challenges. They are also political Fulani herdsmen. Those ones have been created by hidden hostile hands to who want to demarket the government. The Fulani issue is there, but it is no way near what has been trumpeted and what has been claimed. To some people in the media, there is no other criminality in the country except Fulani herdsmen. Even when other criminals strike, it is Fulani herdsmen. It is stereotyping. It is finger pointing which is not based on fact. I am not saying that there are no challenges about Fulani herdsmen due to climate change, dwindling resources, and things like that. Yes, we have those challenges, but it's not every criminality perpetrated in the country that is done by the Fulanis. We have always lived with Fulani herdsmen in this country. When drive their cattle from different parts, when the rains are here, you see them. They move southwest and they get forage for their cattle and all of that. And when the rains go down, the water recedes. You find them following the water as it recedes. In the process, they drive their herds into farmlands and it becomes an issue. There was a way that problem was settled in this country before. The problem was there in the First Republic, even in the Second Republic, but it was not as bad as we have it now because climate change has affected vegetation and the water table. Lake Chad, for instance, is 10% of its former size. That has seriously affected grazing and availability of resources because the herdsmen follow the water. They follow where there is green grass to feed their animals. Talking about appointments not lopsided. No, the direction is clear. If some appointments have not been made, it does not indicate that you don't know the direction. The direction in which this government is going is very clear. Direction is determined by policy. It is determined by pronouncement. It is determined by things you had done in the first time, which you are consolidating in the second term. It is not the appointment that has not been made that will determine the direction. One thing is to appoint the brightest and the best, Another is to take care of the agitations against some members of the president's first term team. Throughout that term, people were always complaining about lopsidedness in appointments, about ethnicity, nepotism, and stuff like that. If you look at the entire gamut of appointment, it is not true that there was lopsidedness. It is not true. If you look at the totality of the appointment, you will see that there was a balance in the country. The people just decided to believe there was lopsidedness because the security apparatus was like titled more towards a particular section of the country. And security is not something you play politics with. Security is just where you use the brightest and the best. The president has explained many times that he made the security appointment based on the career records of the people. They were the best in the different services at that time, and he appointed them. They will not always prevail. I am sure eventually government will get to unveil the hidden hostile hands here. They are both internal and external. Nigeria has possibly the most porous borders in the world. The borders in the north alone are about 1,500 kilometers. The entire border area in the country is about 4,500 kilometers. So people can come in at will from anywhere: Libya, Sudan, Burkina Faso, generally, and all these places are awash with small arms which they bring into the country. So it is a problem. It remains a problem because we have not also tried to study and copy what bigger and better organized countries have done with their borders. There are countries that are 3 times bigger than Nigeria in terms of landmass, yet they are well policed. Their borders are tightly controlled. Obasanjo's opinion cannot be taken as a gospel truth. Whatever former President Olusegun Obasanjo says cannot be taken as neutral. It cannot be taken as something from a disinterested party because he has a political position where he anchors everything he says. His opinion then cannot be taken as the gospel truth any longer. It can only be opinion of the one man, and he has the right to that opinion. Buhari has made a big difference in addressing security challenges worldwide, nationwide. No doubt there are security challenges in the country, but there are things better than 2015. Yes, things are better than 2015. In 2015, do you know how many bombs went off daily in Nigeria? Yes, daily, and with scores dead in different parts of the country. It happened in the northeast, happened in the northwest, happened in the north central. Abuja, the federal capital, was not immune from it, but that has largely been reduced. You hardly hear of those bombs going off again because the government has made a big difference. Now we have challenges in other areas: kidnapping, armed banditry, armed robbery, and all that. Yes, there are challenges, but government exists to solve challenges, and this government is doing its best to solve the challenges. People are also exaggerating things for political reasons. We are not saying those challenges are not there. Of course, they are there. So guys, you've heard the interview with Femi Adesina. Now, he's saying the challenges are there. I want to start from the last part. He said the challenges are there, and those are the challenges Obasanjo is talking about. And why is it that these guys are saying Obasanjo's opinion cannot be taken as neutral? You can imagine the way these guys, the way they behave, the way they talk. Well, it's not a new thing. It is expected of them. They have to defend their boss. They have to defend their pocket. They have to defend their job. That is what they are being paid for. So they are being paid for that. So whatever they need to do to make their job look, or to make it seem that they are really working, so they have to do all manner of things. When things are going the other way, they will not want to see it. They just want to make it straight and look good before their boss. Now he's talking about the climate change. He's talking about the porous borders and all of that. So what are you guys doing about it? You know all of these problems. Then what are you talking about? You are talking about the porous borders. What are you doing about them? Now you are defending the Fulani. You are saying some people are behind it. Then you are in charge of the security. You are in charge of the country. Then what are you doing? Why can't you fish out those people? These guys, they talk as if they are talking to non-entities. They talk as if they are talking to fools. And again, everybody is just, it's like they have reduced Nigerians to some sort of, irrespective of what you say, or people try to defend what is not defendable. they just try to talk as if people are just not, people don't just have things upstairs the way they need to think. So when you are saying some things, you are saying that the challenges are there, and yet you are not doing anything about it. Now he's talking about the best people that were appointed by the government or by the president, talking about the security officers and all of that. So if these are the best that they are talking about, so that means we are in trouble. They are the best, and these kind of things are happening. Like I always say, you have done nothing, because if you talk about security, he was making reference to, what is it called? Making reference to Boko Haram operations in those days. That every day you see bomb, flying out and all of that. Every nook and crannies in those notes. And now these guys, these Boko Haram people or whatever, they have really changed strategy. So they are still doing, the problem we are talking about is not how they do it, but the problem is still persisting. It is the problem that we are talking about, whether it is banditry, whether it is armed robbery, whether it is kidnapping or kidnappers. Those things are inconsequential, because the operation, the things that this Boko Haram, their operation is the same thing as a what this new set of names are giving it to them. These guys have changed strategy. So if you are talking about the people who are trying to politicize the whole thing, so what happened to Boko Haram then? Who was politicizing Boko Haram? It was the same thing. These guys just changed. They just changed strategy in doing the same wickedness they've been doing. So there is no job done, because you have to really think ahead of these people. But these people are really thinking ahead of the government. They are thinking it ahead of the government, and you are saying you have crushed Boko Haram. No, you've done nothing, because the Boko Haram people, they just change strategy, and they are using form of whatever. Whether they change strategy, but what we know is that the evil that has been on, at the end of the day, what is the end point of the whole thing? They kill people. There are many ways to do things and you get the same results. If in as much there were killings in those days or before 2015 that he's talking about, and they are still killings. So we are still talking about the same thing. There is no job done. So why must you wait for what led to this armed robbery? What led to this banditry operation? And what led to this esme? It's like he's saying that we have a political esme. What are you guys doing about it? You are saying the Obasanjo's opinion, or what the letter he has been writing, is not neutral, and you are still admitting that we have challenges, and the same challenges are the things Obasanjo is talking about. Does it mean that you guys you don't want that complaint or his opinion or whatever that is happening to come through him? These guys are just being economical with the truth, and they are not doing the right thing. And they are always there to praise the governor, to praise the president. Just like we said, that is just what they are being paid for. So exactly, you don't expect less from them. So guys, this is just where I'm going to stop. I would like to hear your opinion concerning the submission of a Femi Adesina. Please put your comment down in this comment section. Let's hear your own take. Thank you very much. Bye.